How's it going, everybody? So I recently got into picking up some vintage boomboxes and ghetto blasters, and I've always been a fan of vintage electronics, but I just got into picking up boomboxes and ghetto blasters. I came across this one, which is actually pretty decent shape. Now, typically there will be some sort of a manufacturing stamp date, and I've looked up and down this thing and I can't find it. But I do know that, oh, by the way, this is the CF-45 made by Sony. And they started manufacturing these right around 1980. And I'm not exactly sure when this one was made, this one specifically. But, you know, they were made in 1980, started in 1980. And they sold for around 140 bucks at the time. And I picked this up for $5 at a thrift store. And it was a little beat up, just needed a good thorough cleaning. And as always with old amplifiers and boom boxes, the volume knob gets a little staticky, but I managed to improve it greatly by just hitting it with a little contact cleaner. So you know, you just remove the button, it pulls right up, and hose it with a little contact cleaner in there, and say a couple Hail Marys and hope for the best. But it did work. It improved it a great deal. It's still a little staticky. I could probably go back and hit it again couple more times just to make sure, and then, you know, just gave it a quick cleaning. Nothing too time consuming, but this is a nice little piece, and it works pretty well. It has a AM/FM radio and cassette player, so that's pretty cool, with a counter, analog counter down there. Let's see if I could zoom in a little bit. You can tell right there. I believe they're 4-inch woofers, it looks like, just about. And it works pretty nice and looks really cool. So this doesn't have a power on button. It is permanently, if you want it off, you set it to battery. And I'm assuming as long as there's no batteries, it's not going to drain. And if it has batteries and you're not plugged into a wall outlet, then I imagine you switch it to AC. Though I haven't tried the battery, but the battery compartment was pretty clean. Usually there'll be batteries in here, and they'll, you know, start spewing their battery acid after a while. People forget. So always remember to remove your battery if you're going to store electronics, if they use batteries. If you can't, remove them, because they will explode and just spew acid and eat away at the components. So I'm going to open this up, the battery compartment, and it looks like it uses 6 C-cell batteries. And it has this nice little compartment here for you to hide away the AC cable, because it does not detach. It's, you know, it doesn't unplug. So it's nice that you know, they had the foresight to give you a nice little compartment there to tuck it in and get it out of the way so nobody trips on it when you're using it in battery mode. I wonder if they make rechargeable C and D batteries. I don't think I've ever seen those. I'd be curious. So here we have just the serial stamp number, and let's go ahead and power it up and see how it works. Oh, by the way, it has external speakers, so you could add external speakers. It doesn't have an auxiliary input, which is kind of a shame. It's always nice when you get that. So if you wanted to, I mean, this is mainly for display purposes. You know, I'm starting to collect them, so you know, they'll be mounted up on the wall, and they just look nice, along with all the retro crap I've managed to accrue over the years. But it has I'm having a hard time getting this to focus. Alright, so you can see right there, it has external speakers left and right. It'd be nice if that would have been auxiliary, but it does have headphone jack right there, 1/4 inch, so you could use it that way. But like I said, I probably won't get much use out of this. Just enjoy, you know, the way it looks. It has, like I said, it has the volume knob right there. It was a little static. I managed to get it working, and, you know, the left and right, so you could fade from, you know, left to right. And I never really understand the purpose of that. I mean, who goes around shifting the audio from one side to the other and not want it to be just perfectly, you know, even? And you know, high and low. So you want more bass, you turn it this way. You want more high end, you turn it this way. So that one makes sense. Here's the pause, record, and it has the record function, so I'm assuming it has a microphone somewhere, or is it just for recording off of the tuner? It might just be for the tuner then, so I don't see a mic input. Anyways, so rewind, stop, eject, fast forward, record, mute, FM, AM, and tape. So now let's try out the FM while we have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set this sort of back down like this and see if I can zoom out a bit. All right, we'll set this up like that. See if I can prop this up somehow so we get a better angle. All right, so I'm gonna turn it on, and this is just the FM tuner.
Schedule a free, I repeat, a free consultation and find out if bankruptcy is an option for you.
And right now, I don't have the antenna extended, so it's gonna be crappy, but.
Today, 847-782. Think warm. BurnsBankruptcy.com. When I first heard about
all right, and I do have a tape here with me, so we could switch this over to its tape function. And I'll set it down again. And since this is circa 1980s, I figure it's only right that we use something appropriate. It's Boogie Down Productions, little KRS-One, live performance. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this, and we'll chuck it in there and see how it sounds. All right, and we can hit play. So about halfway there, it gets pretty loud. Anyways, that was it. Just a new hobby. I'm sure the wife is going to be as thrilled about this hobby that I have now as all of my other hoarding habits. But this is pretty cool. It'll look nice on the wall if I manage to get a couple of them. And that was it. Just wanted to show you this recent pickup, and hopefully I'll manage to pick up a few more, and I'll post videos about them as I do. So have a good one, everybody. It's Friday today, so enjoy your weekend.